just about ready for action. Round number 1, scheduled for the championship distance of 12.
You need to keep that head moving.
Wow, is he defensively sound. Blocks that punch. Halfway through round number 1. Brown Bombers' right hand scores well. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. The Lions' defense is now serving him well. Nice job blocking that punch. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by the Brown Bomber. Comes across with a hook up top.
Back to the body.
And that's the end of round 1. The Brown Bombers' last round to me, Teddy, completely ineffective. His accuracy way off the mark, throwing punches, but lost the round.
Joe, talking about being off the mark, if you're traveling outside, you're lost. You need a map to find your way. He needs a map right now to find his way. He needs some direction.
The Lions' defense is paying off now. The Brown Bombers' movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch. Scored well with that right hand to the body. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out from here. The Lions' cut is now changing the course of this fight.
Well, the fighter's been trying to do his job. Now the corner man, this is the most important person right now in that ring. He has to do his job and stop that bleeding.
Halfway through this round. Able to cover up that gut. And just grabbing onto his opponent. The Brown Bombers impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. Able to land another power shot early on here, Teddy. Does he have to worry about trying to keep up this pace?
No, I don't think so. If he keeps at this pace, he's not going to be around to worry.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2.
Don't stop.
And round number 3 is underway.
Hey, come on, keep your hands up.
A punishing punch by the Lion. He's going around now, Teddy, like his legs are made out of wet noodles.
Yeah, and my mother was boiling the water because she used to make sure that that water boiled and boiled was never al dente. These legs are not al dente.
Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. And he's just not engaging in the fight. He clinches again. Coming to the halfway point of this third round.
Back to the body.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with the counterpunching.
Well, the old timers used to say, when you're calm in there, when you're in control in there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
Good effective work with that straight right hand. Little head hunting never hurt. Does it with the hook.
Come on, come on.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. We count down the final moments of this round. The Lions out in front as we take a look at Teddy's scorecard for the first time tonight, but they're still in a mode of just feeling each other out. Neither man has taken control of this bout so far. The Brown Bombers scoring with that right hand. The Lions missing the mark by a mile. That just was nowhere to be found. Protecting his head well with his guard. 90 seconds to go in round number 4. He just missed that shot up top. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by the Brown Bomber. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. The Lions buying himself some time. He was stunned earlier, now another clinch.
And he's diffusing himself right now by doing that clinching. And his opponent is taking advantage.
There's the uppercut, one of my favorite punches, and it works that time for him. Ten seconds to go in the fourth. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by the Brown Bomber. And this round comes to an end. The Lions, well, he's back in the corner, which is critical in terms of trying to stop the bleeding on that cut. But it's also critical because they need to put forth a new defensive game plan.
Yeah, they have to make sure that they buy some time here and start moving their head, using their legs, tying up a little bit, doing anything to kill the clock and not get caught on that cut anymore.
There's that right hand he scores with. The Lions showing you a little defensive skill there. Able to move away from that punch.
You're doing great.
And now he scores well with the straight right. And he ties up on the inside.
Keep doing what you're doing.
A stinging uppercut by the Brown Bomber. Commits to the overhand right, and it serves him well. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Scored well up top. And now he's acting like a fighter. Coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. left now getting into the mix. The Brown Bombers' cheek is cut. You can see it's opening up now. Boy, that could be a factor later on. Final 10 seconds of this 5th round. Well played, straight right hand. Teddy, what advice would you be giving to this charge if you were training him, knowing he's coming off of a good solid effort in that last round and likely is up in a close fight?
Well, you know, sometimes I'm not sure what to tell a guy, but I know what not to tell him. I wouldn't tell him he's up. I wouldn't tell him to let up. That's one thing for sure. I tell him, keep doing the same things you're doing. Stay right with it.
Side, side, move your head. Side.
A solid uppercut by the Lion. The Brown Bombers way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance.
There you go. There you go.
He clinches when he gets to the inside. The Lions really doing a fine job here, Teddy. And I know everybody falls in love with the clean, effective punching, but you can make an argument that he's controlling this fight right now thanks to his head movement.
Yeah, you know, it makes me think about that legendary story about the old great Willie Pep, the Will-O-The-Wisp. There was a legend that he actually won a round without throwing a punch, just by making his opponent miss, just by ring generalship.
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs.
Back to the body, back to the body.
Oh, you see him with the left to the head there?
That's what I like to see. That's my man. Keep fighting, baby.
Last 10 seconds. What a good war this has been. What a good, solid fight it's been. The kind of fight that tells me somebody wants to get rid of the other guy.
It almost looks like they made a deal where neither one could win by decision, where if they didn't win by knockout, it doesn't count.
Move your head.
Up top with the right hand. A good block. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. He got caught by that right hand. He never saw it coming. He may be looking to clinch here. Oh, what a hook upstairs. Good-looking jab there. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Good step back counter punch there.
Won't pay him back.
The Lions doing something that not everybody appreciates, but he is making his defense a major factor in this fight.
Yeah, well, a lot of times people, you know, they only get it done on one end. What I mean about that is, you know, offensively, they use the jab, they use aggression to set up the offense, but he uses defense to set up the offense. He has a double-edged sword.
How about that left hand? 10 seconds to go in the 7th. And the bell rings, signifying the end of the round. This is just a good, solid fight. Yes, he's leading on your scorecard here as we begin round number 8, but there has been some back and forth, some give and take.
His opponent has found some kinks in the armor, namely that right hand over the jab.
The Lions almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. Gets him with the right hand. The ground bomber's going to think about the next time he throws a punch because he just got hit by a good solid counter. Now there's the jab.
You got this one. Good job, buddy. Come on.
Scored well upstairs with the right hand. The Brown Bombers dealing with the aftermath of being rocked, but yet he hasn't changed anything. He's still sticking with that style.
Well, that means panic has not set in. That's a good thing, Joe. He still believes he can get this thing done the way he came here to get it done.
And he nails him with a headshot. Well done by the Lion. Well-placed hook there. Bombers got to find an answer for this because his accuracy has been well off the mark. I like the fact he's willing to throw, but he needs to land more.
Yeah, he needs to calm down and think more.
Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. And that's the end of round 8. One of his eyes is completely shut. They want this big shot, targeting that head and landing with a bomb. Hard to prepare for a situation like this, but many do. He's been down, now he's got to survive.
So that's where you're wrong. It's not hard to prepare, it's a must to prepare. If you're a trainer, that's what you do in the gym. You teach a guy, if you're in this situation, this is what you do. You grab on, you move your head, you survive.
Lions' right hand scores well that time. Nice work, great technique. The combo lands. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. And now they're trading blows. The Brown Bombers' defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches. The Lions keeping his guard up very, very well. Teddy, does it help to have the speed that he has?
Sure. Anytime you have speed and you can put it into the equation where whatever you're doing, it has to be technically right, but now you put speed, you're doing it even better. You're doing it at a higher level.
Hands up. Hands up. Good job. Good job, champ.
Final chance, last 10 seconds of round 9. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. And that's the end of round 9. Both these guys with swollen eyes, faces cut up. They are spray painting this ringside area red, Teddy.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, it looks like a carnival, but there's nothing funny going on in that ring.
Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Right to the belt line. The Lions done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand. So he went down earlier, and yet he's still fighting with the same kind of style, the same kind of disposition he was fighting with before the knockdown. If I'm the opponent, maybe that's a sign to me that, hey, maybe I didn't hurt the guy that much.
Or maybe it's a sign that this son of a gun is just very predictable. He can't change. And maybe I'm going to have a party tonight because I'm going to keep catching with the same thing until he takes it away from me.
That's a good point. Blocks that punch. Off target with that hook. See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Counting down towards the end of the 10th round. 10 seconds to go.
You lose in this fight. You gotta pick it up. You hear me?
Championship rounds have arrived. These are these moments, these little moments that determine everything. They've gotten this far. The Lions in good control. He's got a slight lead on your scorecard, but at this point, anything can happen.
Yeah, well, the one thing that shouldn't happen is that he changes anything. He doesn't go into that prevent defense you see in the NFL. Just keep doing, don't get careless, but keep doing what you're doing. Stay alert, stay defensively minded and responsible, but keep pumping that jab.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Able to cover up along the belt line, blocks that one. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own.
Hands up, keep your hands up, keep your hands up.
Last 10 seconds of this 11th round. End of the round is upon us, and we have a fighter in front of us who just looks gassed. He looks tired. Now, Teddy, what can he do to overcome that when this fight starts back up?
Well, first of all, this is where you search into those corners that you're not forced to search. Kind of like when you were a kid and your mother told you to clean your room and go into those little nooks and crannies where you never knew there was dirt. Now you got to start looking into nooks and crannies inside yourself. Places you didn't know were there before. You better find them. You better find them quick.
Blocks it away. The Brown Bombers' knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend. One of them is to block. He did it there well. Blocks the headshot. Halfway through this 12th and final round. Blocks that punch. Just a minute to go in this bout. strike after catching one by the Lion. The Brown Bombers hit by a counterpunch there. That was good stuff throughout. Which way did the judges lean? Let's send it up to the ring to find out. Listen, he was the better fighter. He was the busier fighter. He's the fighter that absolutely deserves to have that unanimous decision go the way it did.
And you never like to say this, I say it in jest, but this is one where you could have made up the scorecards before the fight. Unfortunately, sometimes these judges do. But tonight, it turned out okay.
For Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. Enjoy the rest of your evening.